More Nordic folks coming up. Here is the 1966 Plymouth VIP. And again, the massive Chrysler out here, one of a couple of the C-body family of Chrysler land barges we have. John Ascali driving this machine as it comes up, and again, the commitment, shipping a car from any foreign country to this country is something, but shipping a car that actually is the size of a shipping container is a whole different kettle of fish. Just heard that they ate this thing up pretty bad on Saturday. They rebuilt the motor and stuff. It is a twin turbocharged Chrysler wedge engine taking on a Volkswagen. Look at this thing go down a racetrack. Oh man, I'm in love. Front end was up. It landed 137 in the eighth. Lose your mind. 808 with a 6 at 160 miles an hour. And if there's been a quicker VIP in the history of drag racing, no one's ever told me about it.
Yes, yeah. This was the Marquis was the trim level. If you were too rich to buy an LTD, or too poor to buy like a Lincoln, fell into the Marquis brand or the Mercury brand. This one has the matching tan interior. Really cool car. Of course, it's on the Fox platform. 853.1, 161. Deutscher actually falls off 100th from earlier, and Greg Weigert 1027.2 at 130 miles an hour. To understand what those guys are trying to do, it's a fairly complex operation because not only, if you're a naturally aspirated car, what are you going to do? Throw some timing at it, stuff like that? Well, these guys are either boosted or they're spraying this stuff. So if you're going to make an adjustment somewhere, you got to adjust the whole program, and to pick up a couple hundredths in a car like that, easy as it sounds, to do it accurately is very, very difficult.
In just a moment, we'll be taking a break to clean up the track, and when we do, go out and buy your Drag Week t-shirt. We do have apparel here today. Make sure to head over there and snatch the stuff before we're sold out of your size. Brian, I hear the Triple X is getting low.
Oh, sideways and off to the left of the Volkswagen is Steve Dalton. That thing running like it's got a concrete magnet in it. And Frank Gobright Sr. is in the 1970 Chevelle, so you can get me away from this guy. The Chevelle goes 1082.5, 124, and Dalton, after making a run at the concrete wall, goes 11.13.7 at 126.
851. Short time 137 with a 9. He goes to the 8th mile at 131 miles an hour and 864 to the quarter. That car is slowing down, and that may put him out of contention. Once again, he's looking at a 5-day average, so he's got to go look at his 3 runs and average them and figure out if that's going to put him ahead of his second competitor or not. We saw this little VW run yesterday, and it was pretty squirrely and out of shape and plenty violent. I like the power that this thing is making. I'd like to see more VWs at Drag Week. We got 2 of them this time. We really haven't seen any serious bugs at prior Drag Week events. Stephen Dalton in the 69 VW should run in the 10s. .159 short time for the Volkswagen, 142 in the other lane for Chris Fisher. Fisher gets the top end, 860, not good enough, and the VW goes into the 10s again, 1094 to 120 miles an hour.
Typical blower, getting the job done. Let's find out here as Parsons gets in. And he also checks the tire pretty hard there. You saw the thing really axle tramping pretty hard and still wagging the tail about 330 feet. Not going to be an 8-second run, but it will be a 9-second run. 9:58.1, 151 as Turner goes 10:61.4 at 137.95.
I'm so stoked to see the Volkswagen. This is the first time we've had serious VWs at Drag Week. This is Steve Dalton all the way from Irvine, California, laying down some 10-second passes in this little V-dub. Joe Jennings in the right-hand lane in the primered Nova.
Yeah, the bug's been good for some wheel stands this week. We'll see if he can hook another one here. Obviously, the weight bias of these cars with the engine hanging off the back of them is set up to stand up, basically. It actually pulled the right front tire up off the ground. Like, it's insane. That was awesome. Little flat bore air-cooled motor, and it is angry as Steve Dalton goes 10:56.5, 127, and Jennings goes 10:15 with a 6 at 136, and Really good side-by-side pair.
You know what is the genius of bringing a Volkswagen Bug to Drag Week? It ensures that you're not puking coolant on the ground.
There is no chance of that. Literally, that is the one thing you can check off your list of crap that can't happen to me at Drag Week. Coolant leak.
Les Smith has not given up. He's been making laps in this thing. Been telling a story about how he's getting quicker and quicker at every single track. Now he's trying to get quicker and quicker in every single round. Trying to hold on to that number 3 spot in Pro Street Power Outer, if not improving it and trying to take down Matt Blasco in that primer dart. He wins the show car contest, that's for sure. VW gets out with 151 to 60. Les is taking a lunch break right now. 10:59, I promised it, he delivered. 10:59 out of the little Volkswagen.